Another way to raise your vibe is to learn to find your center or your 0 point. And usually when I think about 0 point is usually I see us walking a straight middle line, allowing things that are happening around us to continue to happen, but we become the witness of these things and what they mean to us. And it's not about numbing out. It's really about finding your center point. And your center point is when you feel calm. Now, in craniosacral therapy, we talk about the still point. And what happens is the still point is, as a cranial practitioner, we are constantly monitoring the rhythm of your cranial nerves when we're working with you. And when we induce a still point, is what we call it, it's a momentary pause in the cranial rhythm that really reboots your system. It's where it allows for the body's self-correcting abilities to kick in. And we do that when we find that in life, because when we take that pause and the body, what happens is it allows, when the tissue is relaxed, it actually allows the fluid to begin to flow again, right? And it's like this in life, right? Where triggers happen, things upset us. I mean, they take us off our center, and that's okay. The important bit is, how do we get back to that center point when we need to? And there's a few ways that we can do that. Last year for me was quite a big year. There was a lot of change and very, very stressful. I'm used to being in my center. It was still point, and I got thrown out of it a lot. And I would just take moments to breathe sometimes, breathe it through, to find that inner calmness, to find that center point. And I noticed that if you exhale a little bit longer than you inhale, it starts to calm the nervous system. This also helps with anxiety as well. And then the other thing is, once I had found that center point, I would ask myself, how is the situation working for me? How is it happening for me? Not why is it happening to me, but how is it happening for me? So what is the lesson that I'm meant to see in this? And you can only see that when you're in that space of calm. And the great thing about asking yourself, why, how is this happening for me? It almost kind of like shortens the hindsight. So instead of allowing the dots to connect, you start looking at, okay, this is the process. And once you realize how things are happening for you, it starts to bring that flow back in again. The situation usually tends to dissipate and dissolve, because we need no longer learn that, that lesson's already been learned, or that's already been, we've expanded through that. So yes, it's about finding the 0 point, the balance in life, that still point. And meditation is another great way of doing that. And we'll talk about that in another video. So that still point is important to allow life to flow again with ease. And it raises your vibration. Everything that we do, as long as we move through it, we learn from it, we expand, we become more conscious, is all connected to raising your vibe constantly. I hope this video helps, and I'll see you soon.